Today, let's discuss the future of Star Wars films after Star Wars Episode 9. Welcome back, everyone. This is Mike Zero here once again, coming at you guys with a new video involving the 4th Star Wars trilogy. If you guys are new here to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Thank you also very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, do you guys recall a very recent report by Star Wars Newsnet, a very reliable Star Wars website that has excellent sources? And I gotta say, one of their sources handed us the information that I covered over this past week of how there is an ObiWan Kenobi film that is being eyeballed by Disney and Kathleen Kennedy. They fully intend to make that film set between A New Hope and Revenge of the Sith, of course. Also, we have learned from the source that the Boba Fett film is not all about Boba Fett, but it's about a group of bounty hunters, including Boba Fett. And another thing is that there will be a gap for Star Wars films at some point in time, a couple years after Episode 9 releases, to fill in the gap and to avoid any kind of fatigue from the fans and fill in a live-action TV series. Now, the source had something very interesting to say to Star Wars Newsnet about a 4th Star Wars trilogy. Now, what's really interesting here is what he said. He said, since Star Wars is a generational thing, there will be a gap between the sequel trilogy's end and the new trilogy's arrival. Now, I'm not so sure if you all saw this coming, but I honestly didn't, because of what Kathleen Kennedy had to say nearly a month ago, I would say. She said that they didn't think that they were necessarily going to be making any more trilogy films, but were sticking to Star Wars stories strictly for the rest of the time. Now, what's really cool from learning this information from this very reliable source from Star Wars Newsnet, I gotta say, I really do believe that there will be a 4th Star Wars trilogy, I would say maybe 15 years from now. I think that's pretty much the exact time gap that it will be. I think that if you look at Revenge of the Sith way back in 2005, and then how we had The Force Awakens come back, alright, come back in 2015, that was a good gap for me. So I think if they do the same exact gap, the same amount of years, I think it would be perfect, and it would create that generational feel. You gotta have that generational feel to make it feel special, in my opinion, and it's really good to really, like, you know, wait it off. So in the meantime, they could, you know, play around with Star Wars stories, they can do live-action TV series. They're gonna have so much fun stuff coming out in theaters by Lucasfilm and Disney. So guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. What do you want to see in the 4th Star Wars trilogy? What should it be about? Should the characters be connected to the sequel trilogy's characters, such as Rey, Kylo Ren, Finn, and Poe? Let me know. I would love to hear from all of you guys, and if you did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. Thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again. No.